This is the story of Batman Begins movie. Batman Begins is a dark, immersive exploration of Bruce Wayne's journey from a traumatized child to the iconic figure known as Batman. Directed by Christopher Nolan, this film serves as an origin story that delves deep into Bruce's psyche, the moral dilemmas he faces, and his complex relationship with Gotham City, a place rife with corruption and crime. The story begins with young Bruce Wayne, who, as a child, experiences a traumatic event when he falls into a well and is surrounded by bats. This moment sparks a lifelong fear of bats that will ultimately be transformed into a powerful symbol for his future. Shortly after, another tragedy strikes. Bruce's parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne, are murdered in a random mugging on the streets of Gotham. Bruce witnesses their death, a traumatic event that leaves him with a deep sense of loss and a thirst for justice. From that moment, he becomes obsessed with understanding the nature of crime and how to eliminate it. As Bruce grows older, he feels the weight of his parents' death and is unable to escape the pain of their loss. However, he doesn't take the usual path of wealth and privilege. Instead, he leaves Gotham and embarks on a journey around the world. This journey is not just physical, but emotional and philosophical. Bruce seeks answers to the bigger questions: what causes crime? What drives a man to evil? And most importantly, how can he stop it? He is determined to find a way to rid Gotham of the criminals who plague it. During his travels, Bruce is eventually imprisoned in a foreign country where he meets the mysterious Ra's al Ghul and his League of Shadows. The League is a secretive group that seeks to eliminate corruption from the world, not through reform, but through destruction. Ra's al Ghul sees great potential in Bruce and takes him under his wing. Under the League's brutal training, Bruce learns to fight, to control his fears, and to harness his anger. But as he gets deeper into their philosophy, Bruce begins to see the flaws in their approach. Ra's believes that the only way to cleanse a corrupt city is to destroy it entirely, and he sees Gotham as the perfect example of a city too far gone to be saved. Bruce, however, refuses to accept this nihilistic view and decides to abandon the League. This marks the beginning of Bruce's transformation into something more than a man, into the symbol of hope and fear that will become Gotham's protector, Batman. Returning to Gotham, Bruce finds the city as corrupt and broken as he left it. It is dominated by crime lords like Carmine Falcone, who controls much of the city's criminal infrastructure, and Dr. Jonathan Crane, a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum who secretly operates as the villainous Scarecrow. Gotham's police force is either overwhelmed or compromised, and the city feels like it is on the brink of collapse. The people are terrified and powerless, and crime runs rampant. At this point, Bruce realizes that to truly save Gotham, he must fight on a different level. His wealth and influence alone can't stop the criminals who control the city. Instead, he decides to strike fear into their hearts. He adopts the persona of Batman, using his vast resources from Wayne Enterprises to equip himself with advanced technology, gadgets, and armor. With the help of Alfred, his loyal butler and father figure, and Lucius Fox, a scientist at Wayne Enterprises, Bruce crafts the Batman persona. But his first attempts are chaotic. The criminals don't take him seriously, and he struggles to balance his dual identity as Bruce Wayne and the masked vigilante. Yet, with time and experience, Batman becomes a more refined and effective force for justice. Batman's rise coincides with the rise of new threats to Gotham. Scarecrow, with his fear-inducing toxin, terrorizes the city, manipulating people into reliving their worst fears. Meanwhile, Falcone, who controls much of the city's underworld, continues to grow more powerful. But it is not just the street criminals Batman must contend with. As he digs deeper into Gotham's corruption, he uncovers a far more dangerous and complex plan orchestrated by Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows. Ra's al Ghul has returned to Gotham with the aim of destroying it, believing the city's corruption is beyond redemption. His plan is to use a powerful device to vaporize the city's water supply, releasing a deadly toxin into the air, which will wipe out the entire population of Gotham. Ra's offers Bruce the chance to join him in cleansing Gotham, seeing him as the one person who truly understands the League's philosophy. However, Bruce, now fully embracing his role as Gotham's protector, refuses to join Ra's. His belief in justice, however flawed or difficult it may be, is stronger than Ra's belief. Ra's justice. We can't ignore the sacrifice the country has made. We must pay our respects to the League's fallen. The battle comes to a head when Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows launch their final attack on the city, unleashing their weapon and forcing Batman into a race against time to stop them. In a tense, high-stakes sequence, Batman races to stop Ra's plan, using his intellect, skills, and gadgets to track down the weapon. In the film's climactic moment, Batman faces Ra's Ghul in a final confrontation. Ra's is determined to destroy the city, but Batman stops him, preventing the train from detonating the toxin. Ra's Ghul ultimately dies, not by Batman's hand, but because of the course of events that Bruce set in motion. Batman refuses to kill, which is a pivotal moment in his journey. He will not lower himself to the level of the criminals he fights, even if it means losing a powerful enemy. With Ra's al Ghul's plan thwarted, Gotham is saved. Bruce Wayne's journey is complete. He has embraced his dual identity as both a man of wealth and privilege and as the dark protector Gotham needs. He has confronted his greatest fears, not just in the form of bats, but in his internal struggle between justice and vengeance. He has learned that to be a symbol of hope, he must also be a symbol of fear. As the film draws to a close, we see Bruce Wayne take on his full mantle as Batman, becoming a symbol of justice for Gotham. Yet, even as Gotham begins to recognize Batman as a protector, we see hints of the next great challenge to come. In a post-credits scene, a Joker playing card is left at a crime scene, signaling that Batman's fight is far from over. The Joker, the clown prince of crime, is poised to become his next great adversary. Batman Begins is not just an origin story. It's a deep, complex exploration of what it means to be a hero and the psychological and moral weight that comes with it. Bruce Wayne's journey is one of personal growth, filled with grief, loss, redemption, and an unwavering commitment to fighting for Gotham's future. This film redefines superhero movies, emphasizing grounded realism, psychological complexity. By the end of the film, Bruce Wayne is not just a man in a costume. He is a symbol of hope in a city where fear and corruption once reigned. Batman Begins set the stage for what would become one of the most influential trilogies in cinematic history. And in doing so, it gave birth to a Batman who was both human and larger than life. A Batman who would, for better or worse, shape Gotham's future.